Alright guys, we are back again in the lab, in the studio, and we're having a bit of a spiel, a bit of a rant, and we are simply discussing the importance of being and making yourself a product, okay? Your face, your body, the image that you portray, the reputation that you embody as an individual, which then gets exposed, which is showcased to the outward world in a community and in a group setting, needs to be taken into account when, number one, not only evaluating your worth, but number two, when offering a product or a service, which is you, which is the individual that you embody, i.e. Raphael, or the person that you are as a whole being, needs to be expressed in a way where you offer a value that is reciprocative of yourself. Now, number three, what I mean by that, okay, in the setting of to paint a picture, number three being you're in a construction environment and the work that you do, okay, you're a blue collar worker, you are doing physical work. Now, in that sense, okay, we have different positions, different hierarchies in the scale of a business structure. And what that entails and what that embodies is, okay, you are offering your time as a product and service. Now, that has a fixed price. Let's just put a figure of 100, okay? Whatever, $100, 100,000, doesn't matter. Just call it 100. And then from that point onwards, then you ask yourself, okay, that's reflective to a certain extent, what you do throughout the day, your time, and your different tasks or duties in that business structure. And then number four, we go on to additional cost to the product and service which I, as an individual, am providing to another business entity, another business structure. Now, that would embody the HR department videotaping, recording content based on work I do to improve and implement their business. Now, that should be an additional cost, okay, and that should be wavered into a contract negotiation type setting, because now not only are you offering yourself as the product and service at a set value of 100, but you need to take into account that added fee, which means anytime the HR department or some sort of person comes on site and starts recording the work you do, okay, and makes content out of it, well, now all of a sudden, you know, not to say that you're famous, but in respective of that, okay, yes, and your persona that you portray needs to hold a significant value, because you are bringing business, you are bringing people, you are bringing customers to this business structure. Okay, so now we're up number 0.4. Well, let's add a fixed value of 10. Okay, so now that's increased from 100 to 110, mainly because you're offering that business content. Okay, so well, in that respective, well, it's only fair to play a win-win scenario and say, well, if I am working for this business structure and now they are recording and taking photo footage of myself working, well, should I not be entitled to do the same? Okay, here's a question, here's food for thought. Should I not be entitled to do the same for myself, okay, and collate a database, collate a portfolio of fixed, current, and future prospective projects that I work on, that I fix, that I build, that I create to, number one, improve myself, improve my product and service, i.e. me as an individual, and improve the persona and character that I embody in that work sphere, in that work structure, in that work business environment. So now, okay, that's fair. So we've talked about that, point five. So that means to reciprocate that value of being allowed, being videotaped and photographed for the business for added content, which means your value should now increase from an additional 10, making that a total of 120, because now you're actually providing content for yourself. So let's just say you're working for this business and you're helping them twice, two times around, not just once physically building stuff, okay, and in exchange for your time, but number two, they're also getting content out of it, okay? So, well, you should do the same and actually create a business and a portfolio based on that. So, in a way, you're killing three birds with one stone. You're working, you're getting paid 100 fixed value, you're getting an additional 10 because you're allowing HR to actually film you and produce content based on you as an individual. So, my face now has a price. Go figure that out. And then an additional 10, making that 120, because, well, why would you not invest on that for yourself as an additional opportunity to grow yourself? So, you're not just simply working for someone, you're actually increasing your value by doing the same thing that the HR department is doing and increasing their sales, their skills, their portfolio based on me, because without me as the individual, they cannot provide the service. They can't build this stuff without me. So do you see that? So it's only fair that we sit here and ask ourselves, well, you'd be almost stupid not to sit there and, film yourself working, eh? You're doing the work for them. It's my work. I'm the individual, and it needs to be clearly written, guys. Point number 6. The wording and the wording in the contract is very particular in order to provide that type of reciprocal value in terms of an investment, not only for yourself, for their business, but for your business too. And that's what we're coming to conclude, is you need to embody all those different aspects and set a price that is reciprocal of your value as a character and as a persona, because at the end of the day, they are paying for that, guys, and that is what is going to be remembered. Well, you are going to be remembered in a business setting, in a business atmosphere, okay? Number 1, in the business environment. Number 2, professionally. Number 3, personally, in all aspects of personal relations. Okay, people will now know you as this particular type of individual in the construction industry. This can be reciprocated as a blueprint, as a base structure for different work environments. Okay, to a certain extent, you would have to sit there and analyze whether you can charge a fee for your value, your persona, your time, and your character. Like we said, the additional 10 and 10 value, making that a total of 120 units. And I would imagine you can reciprocate this on different business structures, guys. Because, the work that you do, you're doing this work for an employer, but at the same time you're getting paid for it. But hold on, you're still learning this for yourself. So you're adding value to yourself. And if you think of yourself as a business entity, you're adding value to yourself regardless of what type of work you're doing. So really they should be paying, they should be paying you, or you should be paying them, because they're actually teaching you at the same time. So it's a bit funny in that regard. But yes, a bit of food for thought on a very relevant and pressing issue in the current sphere of this industry, guys. So take these into account, reflect on it, implement it, record results on a time-based structure, monthly, every month, or every fortnightly, or whatever timeline you'd like to use to facilitate growth. You know, your KPIs, key performance indicators, if you so desire to go along that more business oriented structure and timeline. Or if you just simply like to say, okay, we've achieved this, this, and this, tick, 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 and you're happy with that, that will suffice. That will suffice. So yes, that is all, guys. That is all. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep updated and stay tuned for more insightful remarks and comments and ideas. And above all, enjoy the show. Stay tuned, guys.